Navigational arrows are a helpful feature for our PDF audience. We want our reader to barely move their mouse to scroll forward or back. Here's how we set these arrows up in our InDesign layout. Here's our InDesign document. We've already created some master pages. The first spread is called Signature. That displays our first and last page. The second spread we've named Body. We've also created a third master spread, which we're going to call Navigation, and that's where we're going to put our buttons. If we go to the Buttons panel, and from the flyout menu choose Sample Buttons, our first choice, we can see that InDesign's actually created a couple for us, and we're just going to use those to display the functionality. If I select a right pointing arrow and just drag it into my document, take a look at the Buttons panel and you can see that it's got a normal and rollover mode already created, and the action specifies that it's going to go to the next page. Let's take that left facing arrow, drag it carefully into the document, make sure it lines up with the other one, maybe nudge them slightly closer together, make sure that they're on our navigation layer that we've created. And now I'm going to temporarily group them and then Command, Shift, and drag one of those corners to enlarge them both at the same rate. Maybe make them a little bit smaller here. Now we can take that group and carefully drag it to center on our right hand page. There we go. Nudge it downward slightly. So we've got two arrows on our navigation master. I'm now going to, as I've done with the signature, I'm going to go to the options for body and base it on that navigation master page. Remember, we can base one master page on another. This way we're going to minimize the number of buttons that we actually have to create. And here when we go to page 1 or to our spread, the master being applied, we can see that we've got buttons applied to that right hand page. Let's go back to our navigation master, select that grouping, hold down the Alt key or Option key, duplicate it, make sure it lines up both with the center of my left hand page and with the arrows that we've already created. Now we're going to select that group and ungroup them. I'm now going to go to the window menu, open up a brand new window, and here we've got our master page on the left hand side, our regular pages on the right hand side. If we needed to tweak anything on that master page, we'd immediately see the effect on the right hand side. So I close that other view, everything looks okay. I'm going to navigate to my last page, click on that next page arrow, and delete it. Same thing on page 1. Command Shift click will activate that one arrow from the master page, leaving the rest of them alone. Now we're ready to explore some of the transitions that we have. There's a transitions panel available from our window menu. If I select a spread, I can go to that transitions panel. There's plenty to choose from. We'll just choose something at random and see how it works out. We've got control of the direction and the speed as well. I clicked on that button on the lower right hand side. That will apply that same transition to all spreads. And now we're just going to export our PDF, making sure that the interactive features are turned on, and test out the results. In our test document, Command L will put our PDF in full screen mode. We're going to add some buttons to do that in an upcoming segment. But for right now, we can test it out, test out our transition and the speed, and adjust that on our InDesign document if we want to. This is the easiest way to add navigation buttons without creating too many on our master pages.